Hey guys, it's Philip, a Trade Genius. Well, today is our futures expiration day for the CME futures. Now, this is the much bigger contract. You need a lot more money to trade that contract, so it's pretty much institutional, guys. So this one's a little interesting. Last week we had the CBOE contract expire, and what we saw, and we'll take a look at the charts here in a second, we saw the price kind of dive into that expiration and then bounce. So we're going to take a look at some charts here real quick. But before we do, I need to just remind you guys that we do have these specials running for till the end of the month. So if you guys want to get in the room or get those new crypto indicators for your TradingView charts, you can hit up these specials here. All right, so as far as charts go, let's take a look at Bitcoin. Let's look at the daily real quick. All right, so essentially what we have here is we're still in this channel, and that's not going to change until we start breaking back above this upper trend line, which currently would be about 14,000 plus. And what's currently in play, and a lot of people are leaning toward us making another like spike move down, and that is possible, but we really need to see kind of what happens here into this expiration. So it expires 11 a.m. Eastern, so we've got about 6 hours to go approximately. But these two targets here, 7,077 and the 6435, these would be targets based off of these bear fib zones. So technically those are in play on the table. However, you do have this bull fib zone here, and we also have a large confluence of fib zones that kind of run into here. So it would take quite a bit of selling pressure to push down past the 9,000 and get below 8,000. I mean, that would be a lot. So I'm leaning to the camp of we don't get down that low, but there is quite a few people out there in the interwebs that think we do get down that low. Typically we see kind of consensus to one side or the other. The markets tend to kind of disappoint. So you know, we may not get that low is all I'm saying. If we take a look at the previous low, all right, so this was last week's expiration, and you can see came in on pretty heavy volume. We have not seen that yet here. This is a 4-hour chart. As you can see, the volume right here comparatively, we're just not there yet. So this bar here is our 3 a.m. to 7 a.m. So that's the equivalent of this bar here. And the next bar, so once this bar closes in a couple of hours, that's when we really started seeing some volume pick up. So as we head into the U.S. session open, we're going to look for some bigger volume here. If you look on the 15-minute, if we get right down to the more detail, what's been happening the last couple days is we would have basically the Asian session is like in here, and that would run up, and then we get into the European session and the U.S. session, and it would, you know, it would run down, and then kind of midway through, like lunchtime, we'd bottom out and we'd head up into the Asia session. So it's like you have the Asian session here and Asian session here. Probably what happened was there was a bunch of stops here because this was kind of just moving in this channel, and those blew out, and so we had a spike down, and we kind of bounced back up as we got into this fib zone. This fib zone is blown out, so that goes bye-bye, and you're kind of looking at this 10,321 level to get tagged. This blue line here is going to represent the previous bottom. So we are encroaching on that, but again, we haven't seen the volume, and we're probably not going to know until the next until a couple more hours. We'll see what kind of volume starts to pick up. So it's kind of what we're seeing. I think it's safe to say that on the expiration days, there's just going to have to be some higher expectations for volatility. We really didn't know, but until we kind of get through these, but definitely it's definitely volatility heading into those expirations. So whether or not we make a new low, guys, we just have to wait and see. What I am looking for though is, if we're going to get a bounce off today, typically you want to see this kind of volume like we saw last week. You had these, that's what we're looking for. So we'll see how that shakes out. Maybe we'll do an update after the expiration, and we'll see how the session finishes up for the week, Friday afternoon, and we'll evaluate things then. I do think, though, that this is probably, if we do get a spike down and you get some pullbacks in some of those alts that you've been looking for, is probably a good opportunity to get in those, because I do think after this settles, we are going to turn up. I think as the Chinese New Year effect kind of fades off, this is actually a seasonal thing. I do think the futures have some effect to a certain extent on this, but this is really kind of par for the course for this time of year for Bitcoin and crypto. So I think take advantage of some of the pullbacks that we're going to see in some of the alts, because as Bitcoin goes down, inevitably the alts do pull back. So if we were looking to get into some, probably a good opportunity in the next few hours. So, all right, guys. Well, I hope that helps. Thanks for watching, and please hit the subscribe button. That really helps us out. And I'll catch you on the next video. Thanks. Bye.